Welcome back to the Educated Barfly, guys. Today we have, well, there's a little bit of a hint as to what we're doing today. We are doing a Chicago cocktail. So what are we gonna do before we do a Chicago cocktail, Marius?
Shot.
We're doing a shot of Malört.
Malört.
Glug, 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 glug. That's a pretty good shot. I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit of a short shot. I'm not feeling. Today I've been, we've been shooting other videos. We've been consuming and imbibing. I'm gonna have a little short shot. Never gets old. I love me that Malört. It's so good. It tastes like wormwood and the souls of little cherubic babies. It's wonderful. I don't know why everyone thinks it's so terrible. I think you just have to develop your palate for bitter things. If you develop your palate for bitter things, this is a walk in the park. I've tasted more bitter stuff than this, namely Campbelldansk. Oh, that stuff is rough. Anyway, today we're doing a cocktail from Lost Lake Tiki, Chicago, Illinois. Lost Lake Tiki is co-owned by a guy named Paul McGee, who created this cocktail. We are doing a Daiquiri Frappe. So it's like a daiquiri that took its cue from all of the Cuban frapped daiquiris, which are the blender drink. I
was going to say Starbucks, but okay. Yeah.
Well, it's like not the frappe, not a frappuccino, but a frappe. So it's basically kind of modeled after like the Floridita style blender drink daiquiris. That is actually where TGI Fridays got the idea that daiquiris were blender drinks, and then classic cocktail enthusiasts brought back the actual daiquiri. But this is like a Cuban style daiquiri, and it's really, really good. The thing is that what I really like about this, and we're doing it for the first time today. I didn't actually test this recipe at all. Is that he figured out the ratio of crushed or pebble ice to liquid so that you actually get like a really nice sort of slushy feel to it. So I'm hoping that actually happens. And then he, instead of using simple syrup, uses actually cane sugar, which we're going to put in here so that it's going to evolve. So some of it is going to like dilute into the drink, but some of it is actually going to stay, sort of like an old fashioned. And so as the drink dilutes as you're drinking, it'll get sweeter and sweeter, which I think is pretty brilliant. Let's get into making the drink. So first thing we're going to do is break our glass. Second thing I hope we don't break this glass actually, because it came from Crate and Barrel, and they don't make it anymore. And it's a nice one. Look at that. Look at that. It's a little spotty, but it's nice. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually take a little lime zest. Being careful not to get any or too much of the white pith. And we are going to do I did a little bit too much, but 1 large quarter teaspoon. Put that into our blender. And then we are going to grab a jigger because we're serious about our job and do 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. Now, the original called for Caña Brava, and I happen to have some Caña Brava rum. As we know, Simon Ford has announced that he is going all in on gin. He is folding the other brands, so no more Caña Brava. It's going the way of the dodo. No more Aylesbury Duck, and no more of the Cabeza tequila that they made. They're only doing gin. So I'm going to use, this is like pouring gold, Marius. I'm going to use 2 ounces of my Caña Brava. They just originally did it with Caña Brava, so you can use any white rum you want. Obviously, this isn't going to be available for too much longer, so you can use any white rum you want, but I have it. It's in the original drink. I'm going to use it. And then we're going to do 2.5 tablespoons. I'm just gonna, that's like a half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just gonna estimate it. We're not gonna, I was like breaking out the teaspoons and doing the math and everything. Marius was like, "You're being too accurate. Don't do that. That's annoying." So I said, "Okay, that's a fair point." And then we're gonna do a 1.5 cups of pebble or crushed ice. Crushed ice will blend faster. You want to give this thing a 15-second blend. I hope we get that Frappe quality, but honestly, I don't know if we're gonna.
Oh yeah,
yeah, we got that Frappe quality. Yeah, it is. Now here's the thing. You might want to use a smaller coupe. I'm using kind of a large capacity coupe. If you want it to sort of like pile up and look impressive, maybe use a smaller capacity glass. But then we're just gonna take our frapped cocktail.
Ooh, look at that. Frosted.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at it. It's all really frosty. Oh, it actually piled up pretty. It actually piled up enough that it fell on the
stem.
Fell on the stem. It just kind of overflowed a little. And you can obviously put a straw in this, you know. Then we're just going to do a little lime zest on top for the garnish. We're going to give it a really quick sip and quick tasting notes so we can shoot this. We actually might want to shoot this thumbnail first because this will melt fast. Oh, that is phenomenal. And you know what's really nice is that it's sweet enough. It kind of balances out the lime juice, but also you can actually taste the granulated sugar in there, which is my favorite. Oh, that's fantastic. It tastes exactly what you want it to taste like.
Looks like sorbet.
Yeah, and it tastes like sorbet. It tastes like boozy rum sorbet, lime sorbet. What's really important though is that, you know, putting that 1/4 teaspoon of zest into the blender is really going to kind of make the flavor profile more complex because you're getting a lot of that lime oil in there and you're getting some of that lime peel bitterness. Mm-hmm. And so it kind of builds out the flavor profile. So it's not just tart. What's really nice though is that the 2.5 tablespoons of sugar, like I said, some of it diluted immediately into the drink and then diluted when it blended, but some of it actually stayed intact. So as this thing melts, it will get sweeter and sweeter. It's not too sweet. You taste the rum and you taste the lime and it's really tart. The sweetness balances out pretty well. And then you have that nice complex sort of bitter lime flavor from the zest. So there it is, guys. The Lost Lake Daiquiri Frappe. And a fly actually is in the house.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
We have a barfly mascot today. All right. If you like our channel, please hit like and subscribe. We're ending this stuff early and not doing a lot of banter because we have this thing melting and we need to shoot a bunch of Marius is looking off to the side and kind of threw me, but we've got to shoot a thumbnail of it. So I'll see you guys another time. Not even plugging the memberships or anything.